You know, um, so when I started my blog initially, it was when I was working for an ed tech company out in Mountain View, California. And it was all about Scrum and about practices. And I found over time I've been shifting my writing to be more about leadership and about coaching and about self evolution and empowerment. Um, so lately, I haven't been doing nearly as much writing as I would like, but the writings have been much more around leadership and coaching and less around Scrum. Um,
Mm.
I remember looking at something just this morning from John Cutler. I'm sure you run into John's work before too, right?
Yeah, yeah, he's fantastic.
And he had one that I saw around agility and about all the different things that agility could be as far as like practices and procedures and process. And it makes me realize that the word agile has so many meanings and so many of them that could be potentially wrong, weaponized, or misunderstood.
Mm.
So I've noticed with a lot of the things I do now, I don't use the language, the vernacular of Scrum and Agile and Lean as much as I used to. I just rely on the concepts and try to create mental models without using the nomenclature.
Yeah, yeah. That's not too dissimilar to my approach as well, is that I'm beginning to drop the A word more and more in my conversations
Yeah.
because um, I think it comes with baggage or a history. And quite often, um, there's been some kind of big A transformation, big T, yeah, big A agile, big T transformation, and people have had their fingers burnt and they may be a little bit disenchanted. And I think if we talk about pain points and outcomes and being able to support teams and maybe clients articulate them and allow them to form a plan with perhaps a coach's guidance and break things down and see what can be achieved in a small number of weeks or a small number of months and just review and then
Well,
say, okay,
yeah, I agree, but it's
mm,
you mentioned that it's talking about the pain points. I think the bigger part of that is listening to the pain points.
mm,
But even underneath that is more subcontext of of just connecting as humans. And I think it's the connecting as humans that people often miss out on. It's like, all right, so I have this engagement. I'm going to go in and I'm going to help them reinvent themselves because in some way they must be broken. But if you
mm,
enter into a thing with the bias that they're broken, it's hard to connect with them as people because you're the expert and they're not. And you have to fix whatever's going wrong in their system. They got that way for a reason. They ended up that way and it worked for them for a while, so I think it's important to appreciate that they got there, it worked well for them, but now it's not working as well. Let me help you find what will.